Hey, you're at Steve Morris Engines. I'm Steve Morris. This is an engine that we just got done with for Kevin Niewiroski, and over on the West Coast. And this is one of our typical 540 cubic inch, um, fast bracket, like really fast bracket, top sportsman, any type of race, street car, any kind of racing you want to do, like anything. Because this is also on gasoline, hence you see the IC4000 intercooler. Now, this one happens to be on Holley EFI, and like I said, on gasoline. And the other different combination that we're using here is that this happens to have a set of the AFR Magnum 18-degree heads and matching intake manifold. So we do the intake conversion on it. We don't have a billet intake manifold for this cylinder head setup, and this is so we do a conversion on a single 4-barrel style intake manifold. Now, Kevin didn't originally want the horsepower that this thing will generate, so he was looking at something smaller, but then he kind of changed classes of what he wanted to do, so he wanted to go up into the 2500 horsepower and below area. So we're going to do 3 tunes on this engine, and I'll show you the horsepower tunes and what it makes on each tune with a gear change set. Now, obviously, we're not trying to make max horsepower, so I don't have one of our ProVolute bells on the 136. This is a ProCharger 136 with a supercharger store gear drive. And our normal componentry, everything you can find on our website for this style and size engine. And like I said, what we've done here is we've done this one with these AFRs. We wanted to try these AFRs, see what they are. Looks real good. Happy with those. So everything, and they have an interesting intake flange, so they don't take, a common intake manifold is about the only problem I have with them. So they don't use the intake manifolds that I have for stuff, but look to be a good quality, solid cylinder head. And AFR typically does real good stuff. So like I said, 540 cubic inch, this has our piston and rod package. Now this would be a steel rod, because the aluminum rod stuff we don't do we do it in steel, but we don't do steel rods in aluminum motors. Or I'm sorry, we don't do steel rods in methanol motors that we would use aluminum rods in only. So anyways, real good solid piece here, and what we're going to do is we'll go out, make a pull, and then I'll show you all the previous pulls on top of that. Alright, now let's take a look at the numbers. Now this is right on the pull that we just did, and I'll show you the lower, sorry, fix that camera there, sorry. Show you a little bit lower boost with a no timing in it, so the really super starter tune, and then the next one, which would be the lower boost gear set with a good tune in it, and you'll see a difference in that. And then this is a different gear set with a good tune in it. So this would be like, just a nice solid good all-around tune. And as you can see here, 2508 at 7600 just starts to roll up here. I mean, it might make 2510 or whatever, but if I rev it up higher, but it's nice, it's good all the way up through there. 1765 in torque at 7200. You can see, it keeps on climbing up through here, which is real common. And then in the theoretical world, boost would keep on increasing if the blower never got less efficient, and if the motor never got less efficient. It would just keep on climbing, and peak boost, or I'm sorry, peak torque would be all the way out here. But we always run into efficiency of lower efficiency of motor, excuse me, and the combination of those two. So always makes that difference. So anyways, real good piece here. Let's go over and look at our boost. Now this boost gauge, someday I just need to rescale it because it makes about 1 pound different than what it actually makes in the map sensor. I believe the map sensor versus the gauge on the dyno. But 31 pounds of boost at 7,600, and then like I said, in the map sensor only says it makes 30 right there at 7,500. And this was actually me doing a pressure differential. This pressure right here, I was curious, and I haven't done it for quite a while. Done a pressure differential on the inlet of the intercooler. So this would be inlet intercooler, this would be intake manifold. So you can see that there's a 2P. Now this would be accurate, the differential there. So 2 pounds boost pressure differential in an intercooler. That's pretty good. But that's the big intercooler from Chiseled, the big 4000 intercooler. So anyways, real good solid piece. Oh, I'm sorry, I was going to show you the lower stuff. So let me bring those up. Okay, here you can see. Now this tune right here is the starter tune. Easy, squeezy, a little bit lower boost. This makes 25 pounds of boost with this gear set that was in it here, and that was at 2,038 horsepower at peak. And it would, I mean, it might go up just a little bit more, but it's going to be rolling over right in that area. Now this is the same gear set right here, that light blue line, and because I have more timing in it, I'm not making it lay over even more. It carries out farther, and you can see right out here. Let me turn the camera just a little bit. You can see in this upper corner that it made 2285, and then this is with the gear change and with the good tune-up, and this thing makes 2508. So real good, nice 3 tunes for Derek, and any of these applications that we can do this kind of intercooled gasoline. Shoot, this thing works in anything from donk racing to fastest street car to bracket to, well, it'd be fast bracket obviously, top sportsman type stuff. So anyways, real nice, good solid piece for Derek, and all based off of one of our, this one's a modified version because of the AFR heads, and like I talked about earlier, but real nice, good solid piece, good dependable, 2,500 horsepower all the way down to 2,000 horsepower, just with simple gear change and tunes. I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.